Hey everyone, thank you for joining me back here at my Meramec Valley home. Uh, just got off work, literally can just log out and walk out the door and get a breath of fresh air after being cooped up in my office all day. So I thought I'd come out here and just do a little walk around here of some of the things that we have growing, some of the things that I'm planning to be growing here in the near future, and just take advantage of this beautiful, gorgeous day. All right, so we have a cola plant here that I started with 5 little cola plants, and they're just gorgeous now. They're just so beautiful. They're growing out of their container a little bit here, I think. But look at the gorgeous color, the vivid greens, the deep crimson reds, and the lighter colored pinks, I guess they are. But they're so pretty. Right here I have my little cat statuary, because I am crazy about cats, as we all know. Here is my cat mint. My cats love that, and I just kind of stuck it down in my little holes here in the cement blocks. And so those make really great little places to put your plants, your flowers and stuff too. Now I have this flower, and I'm not really sure what this is called. Thought I left its little tag in there, but they're really pretty and I like them, and I usually get them every year. This is sitting here because my husband is getting ready to cut grass here in a little bit. That flower there is a purple coneflower, and it is still growing. This little flower here is growing, and it's going to be a Belle of Ireland. And usually those will grow and bloom about late summer. And look at my little lemon bush. It is doing so good, so well. So pretty. And this is a pepper plant. It is still growing. It is not producing yet, but I planted it kind of late, so we're seeing how it goes. But I'm sure we'll get something off of it. It's going to have the little, or not the little red, but the bigger red peppers on it. It's my bird bath. Down here is some more catnip rather, and my cats just go crazy over that. And again, I just planted it down in the hole of this cement block here, and it's growing nicely. Now, my dill here, these were all volunteers. Some really big stalks and branches. I'm getting a lot of dill off of this, but it's just gotten so huge this year. But I love it, and I love the smell of it. There's another small one there. These were all volunteers. I did not plant this year. I planted some last year, and some of it came back up. Down here, this little guy I planted last year in the fall. It is a collard green. So it is, I actually thought that it was dead, but it wasn't. Came back. And there we go. Now this is a hollyhock, and it's not looking real great. My husband normally will come out here and we deadhead them a little bit. It's actually a very gorgeous plant. It just needs some of this stuff taken off of here. And here is another hollyhock. So pretty. Look at that bloom. There is my strawberry plant. Still getting a few strawberries off of it here and there. And here's another hollyhock plant that actually has got seeds on it galore, and I'm going to be taking those seeds off and drying them out and putting them away for next year. My little $2 vine here, my honeysuckle vine, has just went crazy. Look at that. Look at the stalk down there on it. It is big. And it's got such beautiful blooms on it. I mean, just gorgeous. Now my tomatoes are kind of, I'm not sure. This one was one of the bigger tomatoes, and it really hasn't did that well. I got a few tomatoes off of it, but it's not doing that well. These guys over here, the cherry tomatoes, my little yellow pear cherry tomatoes, and my cherry huskies are doing real well. I'm getting a lot of tomatoes off those. And right behind it here, these big majestic stalks here. These are sunchokes, and they will be ready to harvest probably late September, early October. And since they're in the sunflower family, I did put, now this is a sunflower here. That one back there is a sunflower. But they've had aphids on them, and I've sprayed them with some organic spray, and it does do the job. It is getting rid of them, but I just have to keep watch over them ever so often. These little plants, I bought these for $1. They were almost dead, and now look, they have got blooms on them. Very pretty. My rose bush is got some roses on it right now. It's kind of in between, but I do see more rose buds. You can see them on there. See, they're kind of all over the place. This is my can't think of the name of it right now, but it hasn't did very well here in this area. I don't know. It's growing a little bigger. It's a little bigger than what it was. It's a hydrangea bush. So I'm waiting to see, because I have one in the back and it was kind of like this and now it's growing bigger. So let's just walk around here. We're going to be doing some projects inside our mobile home. All of these here, which they're not blooming yet, they won't bloom until much later, but these are all rows of Sharon bushes. And they are purple and white, and they're so pretty when they bloom. Look at this grass. This pampas, I call it pampas grass, but it is huge. And my cat likes to hide in here. He stays out here and he gets cool. So sometimes he's up under there somewhere, but I don't see him right now in there. Now this is another Rosa Sharon bush. As you can see, we do have some blooms. Got some blooms going there. And there. And up there. I see them. So maybe they're going to bloom a little earlier this year. And what can I say? My squash plants, they are going crazy. My poor vine of my ornamental, the purple vine there, the ornamental sweet potato vine. It's kind of getting covered up, but it will produce sweet potatoes. And if we look down in here, we're going to see squash. There's some squash there. Squash there. And there. I got a few on there. Some blooms down in there. Here's all my herbs. Got lemon balm, bee balm, sage, Greek oregano, chamomile, Russian purple sage, pineapple sage, thyme. Ooh, that smells so good. That basil. And this is weird. These I thought were going to be bigger. I didn't read the little label quite right, but these are little snacker peppers, and they will turn red. a whole bunch of them on there. On my drying rack, I do have some things drying in there, some herbs. It's a great drying rack. It's huge. My palette I'm saving for a project that I will be doing. So my beautiful purple vining vines are doing well. My coneflowers are kind of seeing some better days, but they're still holding on a little bit. And over there, back here, I have oregano and thyme. I love the smell of that. It smells really good. It's lemon thyme. And we're cleaning out our shed, our old shed here, because we have our new shed and everything is going in there except for the stuff that we don't want. So we're cleaning out the shed because that's going to be my new greenhouse. My wax begonia is doing beautifully. My huge hostas pretty much have bloomed out, but they're still beautiful, green, and all the mint, chocolate, and spearmint. Here's the other hydrangea bush. So it's a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger than what it was last year, but hopefully next year it'll get bigger and do some blooming, I hope. That's my bigger rose bush there. And then of course my little blueberry bushes amongst my creeping Jenny ground cover. Here is another blueberry bush. Just need to be hiding on my weeding here a little bit, I'd say. Some of this out of the way. But that's another kind of blueberry bush, so hopefully over the winter, by next spring, it'll jump out there. And last but not least is my front bed here. We have our little flags. We have foxgloves and we have marigolds planted in here. So, and of course I do have some small elephant ears here planted. I had some over there, but they didn't come up this year. So that is my small garden tour. Just wanted to give you all an update. I'm probably going to bring my colas back in the shade. They look a little wilty over there in the sun. It is kind of hot today. But this just shows you can put a whole lot of stuff in a small area. And I'm going to be planning this out over the winter, probably starting in the fall too. And in working with our new greenhouse, that we will add maybe another bed. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it at. We do get a lot of shade up here in the afternoons. Up until a certain point. It does get at least 6 hours a day, which is good for most of these plants I've got up here. But other than that, we've got flowers and we've got produce. We've got a lot of things. So thank you all once again for being with me today on this little garden tour of mine. Like I said, it just proves you can put a whole lot in a small space. We're still working with it and trying to simultaneously work on the inside of our house. So there's more projects to come because we're all about DIY. And the only thing we paid for recently was new AC and furnace because we definitely weren't going to be able to put that in. But other things we can do, and we will be doing those. And I promise to bring you along. So I'm going to go in, I think, after I move my colas out of the hot sun, and have me an iced coffee and just kind of enjoy the rest of the day. And you all have a blessed day, and let not your heart be troubled.
That's very cool. Yellow pinches on the plants, eating their bugs. Daddy and Mama go pinch.
I just love the color of those gold finches, bright yellows. Males they got a little yellow on them, but not very much, do they?
No, the males are the pure yellow ones with
Oh,
the
that's
black
right.
heads.
That's right.
And the females are
the ones that are not very vibrant in color.
Yeah, she must be on this because she's picking at that.
Well, cool. Love that.